All the toiling a farmer goes through during the season is geared towards one result: a good harvest at the end of the season. In this message, we are going to learn about the things you should consider and practices you should observe during harvest. As explained in the message on record keeping, you should always remember to note down the date you planted. Because every variety has its own maturity period, noting down the date of planting will help you calculate the time when your crop will be ready for harvest. You can even count the days and mark them on your calendar as a reminder. If you are growing soya, varieties like Sonda and Swangpung are early maturing types and will take between 85 to 95 days to mature, whereas Jenguma, Salentia 1 and 2 are late maturing varieties and will take between 115 to 125 days to reach maturity. Cowpea, on the other hand, is generally a short maturing crop, with common varieties Aparbala, Mafutia, Padutia, and Acetinapa all reaching maturity between 65 to 70 days. With this knowledge, you can begin making the necessary preparations for harvesting when the time is getting close. The date you set for harvesting should be about a week after the crop has reached physiological maturity, as this allows for your crop to reach the right moisture content for easy post-harvest handling. Also, the 1 to 2 week gap allows for all refilled plants discussed in the message on refilling and thinning to also reach maturity and make harvesting more uniform and easy. On the field, there are signs you should look out for that will confirm that your crops have reached maturity. Soybean and cowpea crops are mature when you observe the leaves becoming yellow and falling off the plants. You can also observe the pods for additional signs that will indicate full maturity. Pods nearing maturity also change from green to yellow. At full maturity, the pods will change from yellow to gray or brown depending on the variety cultivated. That is, when about 90% of the pods have turned brown for non-shattering varieties like Jenguma for soya, and about 80% for shattering varieties like Salentia 1 and Salentia 2. Mature pods should feel dried up. When you press them with your fingers, you should hear a crackling sound, and the pod should split, exposing the seeds. Alternatively, you can observe a sample of seeds to test if your crop is due for harvest. At maturity, seeds of cowpea and soya in the pods become hard. At this stage, moisture content of the seeds will be about 14 to 16%. Non-mature seeds will still be green and soft. The skin of the bean could easily peel off if squeezed. For soya, seed color changes from green to light yellow, whereas in cowpea, color change will depend on the variety cultivated, which might be to brown, dark green, or bright green. The key thing is to feel for the dryness and hardness. In order to obtain high quality grain, harvest promptly when the color changes we mentioned become obvious. It is strongly advised that harvesting of varieties prone to shattering are not delayed because dry weather and harmattan speed up shattering. To avoid this, however, talk to your CEA or AEA to advise you on non-shattering varieties suited to your location. If you time your date of planting properly according to the weather calendar and maturity period of your variety, harvest should coincide with the end of the rainy season. This will give you very high quality grains. Now that you have determined the time to harvest your crop, let's talk about good harvesting techniques. Harvesting can be done with a sharp cutlass, a hoe, or sickles. To harvest soya and cowpea properly, you should cut plants at soil or ground level, or uproot them and heap them at various points on the field. It is advisable to heap them on tarpaulins if available. If you do not have a tarpaulin, you can cut up sacks and stitch them together to form a big surface similar to the tarpaulin. For a timely and good harvest, remember the signs we talked about and do not delay harvesting. The next messages will talk about proper post-harvest handling to maintain high quality produce and get good marketing prices. Thank you.